Grim greetings and a heavy hello, vinyl YouTube community, vinyl collectors of all sorts. Today I received the final and fourth variant, or it's actually the third variant, but the final and fourth figure of the set of the Unboxed Industries Weedian. Partnered with Eric Roper and the band Sleep, commemorating his interpretation or new album art for the Southern Lord re-release of a classic Sleep tune known as Dope Smoker. Basically, the first one that dropped was Leaf, and by far it's my favorite. The situation with Leaf at the time of release was that it was coming directly from Hong Kong, and that made it so you paid $30 extra for shipping in the hopes that it would show up before Christmas, which mine did not, and I had to pester Dan from Unboxed Industries, and I'm using the word pester quite politely. It was literally an annoyance to him that I received a tracking number for something that I paid for, and that was promised. The second fart in a jar would be, now before I show you these, I highly recommend, I highly almost require you to go to Unboxed Industries Instagram and look through their old posts and see the samples that have been put up regarding these releases. So when they announced Smoke, I was like, sick. The purple one with the silver accents and that lavender pink hue on certain areas. I got a flat black figure. There's no silver on him at all, except for his vape tank. They barely painted this. It's mostly the base color vinyl that's underneath. Highly disappointed. The third one was Brick, and this released through Eric Roper's third party. He used a third party, it got held up in customs, and these two were basically just shy of $100, 95, because they shipped inside the US. The one thing I can say about these two variants, well, not so much Brick, as opposed to the final one, which is Keef. Mind you, Keef was supposed to be the yellow mustardy looking one. Yeah. Real yellow, isn't it? In fact, dare I say, Leaf is more yellow than Keef. I collect vinyl figures. I'm not a huge vinyl figure aficionado. I don't have a massive collection. But the ones that I do own, there's a consistency in the product that I just don't see here. Was promised a certain thing and received another. I highly recommend you especially to go look at the Smoke variant. That is not a silver and lavender and, you know, a bluish, that's a flat black figure, dude. Let's do the test of time. This is a straight down view. They wobble, first off, which is awesome. I'm glad that I pay $85 for a wobbly figure. Leaf is the first wave Leaf, sorry, is the best one. It's the most solid, the best looking one. Keef can barely stand up. I have to gently place him. Back to my customer service experience with Unboxed Industries. After all was said and done, I was paying $85 plus $30, $115, $120 something bucks after tax to California. And I had to pull the guy's balls to get him to give me a tracking number. And what really bothers me, and you have to be really keen on their Instagram to pick this little detail out, when Leaf released, everyone went insane. So they did a second wave, and then they opened the edition. So there'll be unlimited amounts of these ones. And I hope they all look as good as this, because then maybe people will sort of get their money's worth. He then replied to someone back in the hype of Leaf that these 3 variants would be released all together so you would save on shipping. That's a direct quote from one of his comments on Instagram. Obviously things changed, and perhaps Sleep wanted the lion's share of the money regarding one of the variants, and then perhaps Eric Roper wanted the lion's share of the money regarding another variant, and then since he was the prime manufacturer, he got the final push for this variant, which, like I said, was a $30 shipping as well as this one. So for 85 bucks a pop, regular $10 shipping for the 2 American variants, and then $30 for these 2, do I feel like I received my money's worth? What can I say? The thing that I'm most disappointed in is the quality of each vinyl figure, the attention to detail. If you look at the Instagram sample posts of these figures, they're a lot more lush and a lot more detailed. The most obvious one being the smoke. There is no silver highlights or lavender pinkish hues on this thing. It's barely purple. It's practically flat black. Keef, the mustard yellow variant, is more orange and dark muted browns than anything. In fact, Leaf is more yellow than Keef. Oh well, you live and learn. I will gladly be flipping all 3 variants on eBay. All 3 of these shit bombs are gonna go, and some other idiot can fucking deal with the hassle. I have the limited print of Dope Smoker framed in one of my rooms, and I planned on putting a shelf. In fact, I bought the shelf and was just about to mount it until I saw, well, I better just buy 4 more or 5 more of these, because these look like fucking hot garbage. They really do. And I notice on every single one, most of them, there's a quality control problem where the Chinese person painting the vape tank with the silver paint, they always hit the body. Am I ashamed to take part of something that is a massive trend right now? Nah. In fact, I want to support a band that meant so much to me. I would just like to know that the band and the artist involved got most of the money. And I don't know if that's the case with Unbox Industries in this Weedian. Like I said, there was a lot of disorganization and lack of communication to the consumer regarding this thing. And personally, I feel like Unbox Industries probably bit off more than they could chew. If there was any suggestions I would make to Dan at Unbox, it would be, I would probably invest more of your overall production budget on quality control. If you see on the smoke variant, the vape tank hose stretches really far out on the right side, which is not consistent with the other figures. The other figures are nice and tight next to, I don't know if you can really see that, but the thing really bows out there and it looks almost crooked on his face. Same thing with, well, the Leaf's rock solid. I'll vouch for Leaf. But yeah, if you look at the quality control, it's just not there. Do I think that people should get $250 for a variant? By all means. I think they should get $500, $600, whatever the market dictates. Do I think you're getting a good product for your dollar? It's up to you, man. Like I said, when I first saw these, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, if I had the Dope Smoker print, the Eric Roper one, this artwork, hold on. You're all familiar with the artwork off the Southern Lord stuff. It's the guys in the desert on the caravan. And these are intended, I guess, to be Weedians. So that's, When I first saw it, I was like, wow, that would be dope to have a framed print and then have these things sort of on a shelf underneath, like coming out of the print, bring it to life. Unfortunately, I probably won't be displaying and I will be reselling these variants because I'm not impressed. I waited honestly till I got the entire set. I didn't sell any until I had the entire set to make my decision, but now seeing how the variants don't really vary and they're kind of boring, muted, and dull, I think the decision was made for me. Like I said, leaf, look at that. Colors. Attention to detail. A beautiful thing. The rest of these, not so much. So I hope Sleep made some money. I hope Matt Pike and Al Cisneros and whoever received the third portion all got a decent payday. I'm sure Eric Roper made a few bucks, but I think the blame here really goes to Unbox. And I don't know if I mentioned earlier, like I said, getting my tracking number for the first leaf that was promised to show up before Christmas, which it did not. Just getting my tracking number, which was promised, was like pulling teeth. And we went back and forth, and I said, hi, I was wondering if I could get my tracking number for my order. Wait, who are you? I'm too busy. That's literally the attitude. I go, who are you? What's your order number? I go, here it is. And he goes, oh, usually people just wait and are patient. And that's when I had to kind of, put some bass in my throat and go, but you promised as a part of the seller's agreement when you were selling these things that you would provide SurePost tracking from Hong Kong. Then he proceeded to send back an email saying, we're a small company, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. But I'm sorry, the only way a smaller company is going to beat out a larger company is by attention to detail and a passion for your customers and amazing customer service. It's the details that matter. And unfortunately, with this, the details were overlooked. That's all I have to say, guys. Comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever. Jump off a bridge, burn yourself alive. Grim Trash Can out.